Hey, Fellowship family, I'm Ben.
And I'm Emma. Welcome back to the Church Bulletin.
This is where after the service, and if you want to check us out on different podcast outlets, we'll take time every month to basically tell you what's going on, what's been going on, and what you can look forward to in the near future. Before we dive into some of the events going on, though, you can tell it's a little Christmassy around here.
A little festive.
Little festive, yeah. 'Tis the season, as they would say. And so I thought we could do a little fun icebreaker today. We don't have a guest with us, so if we agree or if we disagree, we have no tiebreaker here today.
Yeah.
So, but I have a would you rather question, Emma.
Okay. He didn't let me know what this was beforehand.
Yeah, that should be important, so you don't have time to think. The question is, would you rather constantly hear Christmas music from the day after Thanksgiving, so Black Friday, until Christmas Day, so nonstop, as well, not in your sleep. I'll let you get a pass there, but every waking hour, it's just kind of there.
Okay.
Or would you choose to never be able to hear another Christmas song again?
I think that's an easy one. I would rather hear nonstop Christmas music.
Really?
From the day after Thanksgiving, you said?
Yeah, so you get Thanksgiving with your family.
Well,
maybe that's
considering
too nice.
that I'm already decorated for Christmas and I've been listening to Christmas music since early October, I think I'll go with that first one.
To get the one who dressed in green today.
Yes,
so
I'm more festive than Ben is.
That's true. I had to don the hat to even say I'm festive. I don't know then. I thought this was a good question because I couldn't make up my mind. I think the easy answer for me is to say the music. But then I think about, okay, so Surge, like I'm leading worship for Surge, I can't turn that off. So it would literally disrupt my job. I would not be able to work for a month. Well, no one would want to play music with me. I'll say that. So I don't know. I don't really listen to Christmas music.
Shame on you.
Outside of this time of year. So
sometimes if I need a little joy, like mid-year in July, I'll throw on a Christmas song or two.
You know what? Okay, I think I am going to agree with you. I am going to choose the nonstop Christmas music because if I could never hear Bing Crosby's Melikihikimaka, oh, what a thing to say. And so that, I don't think I could go... I don't think I could go the rest of my life without hearing that song.
No, that'd be very sad.
So I'm going to agree with you. I think I'd rather go insane with Christmas music than never have it.
Look at us. We agreed.
We agreed.
Wow.
So on to the real stuff. Speaking of Christmas, some of the biggest things we have upcoming revolve around Christmas. Mm-hmm. One of those is our Christmas offering for 2024.
Yep.
And that is something that we are be sharing more of during our services here in December. Mm-hmm. So depending on when you're watching this, you might have already heard about it. But essentially, this is we're partnering with Pastor Warren Forna, and he's one of our partners in Sierra Leone. And he was here this summer, actually, and sat down with Joe, did an interview during the service, and just really shared what he's doing and his ministry. And basically, they have different schools, they have different churches or educational programs for church leaders, things like that, a whole array of things. And we are basically partnering with him, saying, hey, we would like to fund as much as we can for you. And so we're going to have more information coming out. I know that Kyler has been working hard on making a handout, and it'll have like pictures and descriptions of stuff that you can actually see, like this is what we're going to be.
Yeah, the specifics.
Yeah. And I heard that some guy's making a video.
Hope it's good.
I hope so too, Emma. I hope so too. But if you want to see more, hear more from Pastor Forna himself, you can go back to August 3rd and 4th, our weekend services. You can find those on YouTube, on our Vimeo. And I'd really encourage you, if you weren't here with us, that was an awesome weekend just to hear from firsthand from someone we get to partner with now at Christmas. So really looking forward to that.
Yeah. I just remember him being there that weekend, and I've, working here, got to hear about what we partner with them for. And like Joe has visited a few or various times. But man, getting to actually hear Pastor Forna like share about his like day-to-day experiences.
Yeah.
And Sierra Leone was really impactful. And so
Oh, gosh, yeah.
that would be a really great thing to go back
It
and
really
watch.
makes you feel spoiled when you realize, like, oh, my biggest issue today was traffic on the way into work.
Right.
And you're like, okay, that's pretty good, all things considered. I think he said he has to take a water taxi to get to his church, and that's like a 2-hour round trip, something insane like that.
Yeah.
Just
well, and that's,
humble pie
that's
right there.
barely skimming the surface to just the hardship that has been there too. So
Yep, absolutely. Emma, what else do we have going on Christmas time?
Right. So we have Bethlehem Experience. You know, that is a big hitter here in December
It's
for
an
us.
all-in event.
Yes. And so that is December 6th through 8th, as well as December 13th through 15th. So those are Fridays through Sundays.
And now, depending on when you're listening to this, you know, it's either about to start, it's either going on now, or you've completely missed it.
Yeah.
Because this is going to be, we're going to be sharing this podcast through the month of December.
Yeah.
So, but hey, look, if you missed it, I'm going to throw on some pictures. You can just enjoy it post and just trust that it was a really good time.
Yeah.
So,
And try to catch it next time.
Yeah.
Whenever that is.
Exactly. Well, Emma, tell us a little bit about what's going to be going on.
So similar to last year, tickets are free. So grab all your friends and family and come to a tour. We have tours that run like every 10 minutes throughout the days and times. And you can find more information for that on our events page as well and get your tickets there too. But I remember last year we brought in like little passports specifically for kids where they could get like stamped along the way along their tour through Bethlehem, which is really sweet. I think that's back this year. And then Kyler has worked very hard on a new animated like Hall of History, and I'm excited to see that. So,
yes, absolutely.
and the Hall of History is the first stop on your tour, and it kind of lays a really great groundwork for what you're going to be going through in your tour through Bethlehem. So it should be really cool, and I'm excited to see that animation. So
I'm always excited to see live animals in our church. You know, it's just always just a good reminder. It's like, yeah, we can get crazy around here.
Yeah, and you will truly get to have the sights, sounds, and smells of
Yes,
First
that's how we
Century
advertise
Bethlehem,
the
and it's
smells.
true.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
Yeah.
So come check it out. Also, we have this season. Well, the reason for the season, Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Well, our Christmas Eve services, which we celebrate the reason for the season, which is the birth of Christ. So tell us about Christmas Eve services.
we are doing odd times this year, and I think the past two we've done
like not
even.
weird times.
Not weird,
but
odd number. Sorry.
times. Yeah. I guess
But
for
we
some
have-
people that might be odd anyway.
Yeah, sure. Kind of is for us.
Yeah, it is.
The past couple years, I feel
Yeah.
like we've done even numbers, but they will be at 11 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m., 5 p.m., and 7 p.m. And we love our candlelight Christmas Eve services around here.
Love it. Which honestly, by that time of year, you know, the 1 p.m. service, it might be getting dark already. So
Yep, it's nighttime by
it's
that
gonna
point.
we'll be ready for it.
Absolutely. But there's no children's ministry, but nursery for children 2 and under is available for those.
Yeah. So that's going to be a fun time. Put it on your calendars. Hopefully it's already marked Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
Comes
right.
every year.
Easy.
Same day.
We can't forget it.
That's right. So those are some of the big Christmas things we have going on, upcoming and going on right now as you're listening to this. Some of the things that have happened in November. One of those is our women's ministry. They just had their a big cross-connected event.
Yeah.
And what was the theme for that one?
It's going to be okay.
Okay.
Specifically as we head into the holiday season of like Thanksgiving and Christmas and just the busyness that honestly the winter has to offer. But our very own Lee Congdon taught, and she was the speaker for that. We had 311 women join us for that event, and our women's cross-connected events happen around like 4 times a year. And so ladies, keep your eye out for the next one. They're very sweet. Bring I have a group of Surge students, and I saw that they like went with their moms, which I thought was
really?
really sweet. Yeah.
That's super sweet.
So yeah, it's a great event, and I didn't get to make it to this one, so I can't wait for the next one.
I got the privilege of we had about 9, I think, ladies, maybe 10, share their stories, and I got to help kind of compile those. Lee just had a great vision with that. And so just kind of working through their testimonies, and then I'll share a bit of encouragement of, you know, I know it's going to be okay because and then give kind of their reasons. So very powerful.
Yeah.
And very, I guess, I don't know, vulnerable, real, which is, we love authenticity. So
I love
think
that.
I think it was a great event. Keep your eyes peeled for the next one.
Yeah. Whenever that will be.
Whenever that will be.
I will let you know.
Yeah. Speaking of next events we have going on, for January, because you'll hopefully be listening to this through December. So in January, we have a kind of like a launch for a lot of things. It's kind of like our winter/spring launch season.
Yeah.
So we're going to have lots of marriage stuff going on in that season, but the main thing starting up in January is going to be re-engage. And Bob was on 2 months ago.
Was he on our first one?
He was on our first one.
Yeah.
And he shared about, I think he shared a story from Re-Engage and just how powerful that ministry is. So if you're, married and want to check that out, or just go on our website for all of these, but, read the description, see if that's something, if you want to take your marriage and, see if you can take a step deeper together, improve it. If you're on the rocks, if you're in a great time and just want to get closer, it's a great class.
Yeah. We also have a lot of life care events classes starting out in January. Those will include a men's group called Conquer, Grief Share, Divorce Care, Boundaries. We have our very own Greg Pruitt teaching that one. He taught it this past season as well, I believe.
I think he was involved with it in some way.
Okay.
So,
but yeah, he's coming back to lead you all through it. I've heard that's a great class. And then Financial Peace University as well. Speaking of some other studies, our women's ministry has their spring Bible study. They're going through a study about Esther.
I think it's called A Time for This or something.
Is it?
Something.
I mean,
something for this. I'm not great with the details.
That'd be like the classic Esther.
That's why our men's
scripture.
studies, we would just do one word,
Awake.
awake.
It's always just awake.
It's just the one word. That's all its guys can remember.
And that is also starting in January.
It is, yeah.
Awake men's study.
It is.
As well as a men's breakfast. I believe they have that every January.
Yeah.
But yes, later in January will be their annual, I believe, men's breakfast. And then Abel, our adult biblical learning environment, is kicking off another class on Sermon on the Mount.
Great. Awesome. Well, that's just a taste of what's to come in this next year.
Yeah.
But don't worry. When we see you in January, we will have more things coming up. We just in a great season where if you're looking to get involved in something new, something happening here, there's a class for pretty much every age, every interest. Like you can find
every
something.
need. Yeah, for sure.
So, but check on our events page if you want to see a full list of things going on. So thanks for staying posted here with us on the Church Bulletin.
Hope you have a very Merry Christmas season.
We'll see you in January.
Bye.
Bye.
That felt good.